you ready to go back to toy reviewing? It's been 84 years. Are you even aware of the fact that your channel's got 1,000 subscribers since your last video? Holy crap!
Quick! What's a toy that normally gets a bunch of views on other people's channels? What is up, toy fans? Kyle here with a video review of the Samurai Gatai Shinkenoh. This is, of course, the main mecha of the Shinkengers on Samurai Sentai Shinkenger, which later, of course, came to America and became Power Rangers Samurai. We all know the story. But this is one of my favorite toys. I wish I had made a video a lot longer because I love playing with this toy. In terms of the toys I like to buy, it's sort of the best of both worlds. It's a good toy to kind of have on your desk and to fiddle with, but it's also a really nice display piece. And eventually, after reviewing this, I'm going to try and review everything else from Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know. Merry Christmas, by the way. So this is one of the very rare Megazords, or Gatais, that actually serves as a triple changer. Of course, you have the Turbo Rescue Megazords, which also featured their high stance modes. And you have the Deca Wing Robo, which sort of had that bizarre gun mode. And so on and so forth. But with the case of Shinkenoh, you have their Origami modes, which are actually kind of like prop replicas, because the Shinkengers would actually have these origamis on them, usually at most all times. So that's a really neat feature, something I really like about this toy. And to introduce each one regularly, you've got the Shishi Origami, the Ryu Origami, the Kame Origami, the Kuma Origami, which is the Green Ranger, and the Sara Origami. And each with their kanji symbol sort of printed on the front, very similar to how they are on their helmets. The origami modes are actually okay. They are very mechanical. You can tell they are very panelly. You know, apart from looking at it dead on, you're going to tell that this thing transforms into something. And naturally, of course, they also have their animal modes. Of course, you have Shishi, which is the lion, the dragon, the tortoise, the bear, and the monkey right here. The Yellow Ranger, the monkey. And it's also kind of worth noting that there's really not much going on the back of these things. They're just kind of like just pretty plainly detailed, except for Shishi. And I think in general, his origami mode suffers from robot kibble, because you got the leg connector pieces right there, you've got the arm connector pieces right there, you've got a giant hole right there on the top of them, which is where Shishi Origami's head pops out. And on the bottom, you know, you've got what is obviously 2 feet. So Shinken Red definitely got the weakest of the origami modes. What's special about Shinken Pink's Zord is that this is actually identical to the Zord that we got in America. And it's the only one because they actually cut out these origami modes in the American toy, which is absolutely horrendous, and to keep parts count low. But there is no way for them to get around this. The Kame Zord has an identical transformation to the Pink Ranger Zord. I never reviewed the American toy, but how it transforms into the tortoise mode is you just open it up, flip its little head out, close it. You got a little Shinkenger logo right there. And there it is. It's a cute little tortoise. Doesn't do too much. It's not really much of a looker. But it does the trick. Definitely does the trick. I like it, and it's cute. Next up is the Dragon Zord. And this one is by far the most altered of any of these when comparing it to the American version. So how we're going to transform it is we're going to just pull it apart. We're going to take this helmet. This is, of course, Shinkenoh's helmet. It stores right there. And we're going to pull it. We're going to flip it around just like that. And there you go. You've got yourself a nice long dragon. It's also worth noting, something that I missed, that this Zord, unlike the American Zord, comes with a shield. One that can't store anywhere. And it also comes with a sword. The sword is very different. On the American version, you actually didn't have these gaps. The American sword is much better than the Japanese version. And my sword was also kind of chewed up, so please bear with me in that regard. And back to the Dragon Zord. Hey, look, a Dragon Zord. We haven't had any Dragon Zords in Power Rangers, ever. There you are. Now onto Shishi Origami. This is probably one of the more complex transformations. Just take his arms, fold it down like so. Take his arms, fold it down like so. Now the arms don't actually click. They kind of just rest into place. Take his head, pop it out, and his head also doesn't click. That could be a defect with my version, but it tends to want to sort of recluse back in there. Take these legs, these just fold out. Again, they don't really click. Take the leg, just fold it out like that. And for the most part, there you go. It's going to just sit down, and we're going to put him over here. Now, Kuma, I would say Kuma has the most interesting transformation. Definitely. What we're going to do is we're going to fold these legs out right there. Folds out just like that. Just like that. And then we're going to fold out his back legs. Just like that. And then his whole body just slides like that. Then we're going to take this bit. That's going to act as a lock. And then we're going to take his head. Pull it out. And there you go. You got Kuma Origami with a big butthole. And lastly, this is, of course, is the monkey. Again, simple transformation. Split this in half. Fold the arms around. And bend his wrists. There you go. It's nice and cute. Very simple transformation on all of them. Very simple transformation for this one. And overall, I actually really like these modes. I think they're cute. I guess this kind of leaves us with only one more mode. And that is Shinkenoh himself. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get this into arm mode. We're going to take his arm, slap, chop just like that. And hey, look, he's ready for his arm mode. We're going to take Kame. We're going to fold these little fists back up, fold the head back in, and we're going to twist this top part like that. And hey, look, it forms a fist. Another arm. With Dragon, we're kind of half fold him up, but we're also going to do this weird sort of move, just like this. And then we're going to half fold him up again. Did that make any sense at all? And then we're going to take his head, fold it down. Hey, look, we got a leg. Whammo kablamo. Hey, we got a leg. Then we're going to take Kuma. We're just going to fold his legs up. Fold his legs up. And then fold his head up. And hey, there's another leg. Then we're going to take Shishi. And actually, one cool little detail, so you don't screw up the transformation, is there is a square and a hexagon symbol, which is, of course, for this symbol and this symbol, so you know which leg to plug in, which I think is actually a really cool feature. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take these legs, fold them up like this, then we're going to split them in half. We're going to form the little Shinkenger logo right there. We're going to take the upper part of his torso, fold this up, and it's just kind of lock into place. We're going to take the arms, fold them back like that. We're going to close his mouth. We can close it. Doesn't have to be closed. And then his head is in two different pieces. When we get the helmet, it's not going to make much of a difference. But we're just going to hold it just like that. And then when the helmet goes on top, it's going to lock everything into place. Now we're going to take this. We're going to twist his little leg connectors so they're oriented right. And we're going to plug them in. Yes, I had to look at that. Plug this in. It's just going to plug right in like that. And then we are going to, oh my god. Then we are going to take the arms, plug them in. And last but not least, take the helmet, flip this little Dugan-deer, flip this little ding-a-ling-er up. And then we're going to choo-choo. Just like that. Just like that. And hey, there is Shinkenoh. Whoopity-doopity-doo. Whoopity-doopity-doo. I like this robot mode. And that it actually kind of looks like there's a lot of mechanical details in kind of a weird way. And how much, like, stuff there is going on. You've got a lot of panels. You got a lot of stuff opening and closing. I really like it for that reason, which could be a negative for a lot of other toys. But I think in the case of this one, it does it a lot of favors. And even the American version is a little too sleek. I don't really care for it. And I also like the proportions in sort of an odd way. It's got the big, baggy legs, and then it's got a thin waist, and goes back to having this swole bend kind of look. Now, he does come with 2 accessories. He's got his shield right here, and his sword. His sword can actually store, much like a real samurai, right there on his waist. And it does work on either one, which is really cool. He can go ahead and he can hold it as well. Just put it in there. He can chop people. He can chop people. And it's all good. It's all good. Or if you want, he can go ahead, he can hold the shield, much like this. Now this is a spin disc, and this is something that was never in America. So you pop this out, and you actually take the spin sword, and you spin it around, and it does some weird sort of combination images with this thing. I really know what I'm talking about. I have a spin sword around here. I'm not sure where it is. I'll find it eventually. You can store it, and it also stores on his arm right here. It actually is designed to mold up. You'll notice it just fits right into place right there. Or if you want to store it on his back, flip it over, and he can wear it like a real samurai, like a backpack, which I love. I love it. I love it a lot. Yeah, so that is Shinkenoh. I really like this toy. I really like all of the Shinkenger mech. And eventually I'd like to make a video of me struggling to put together Shinkenoh, which is just going to be a disaster, and I'm already kind of facepalming talking about it. But it's going to be a beautiful disaster. Anyway, that does it for this video review. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. And also for articulation, boop, 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 it just does this.